I slept in at Disney. Hi guys, I'm going to tell you how I use Lightning Lane Multipass to sleep in today and still ride some of my favorites at Hollywood Studios. I have my first Lightning Lane at 11:20 for Tower of Terror. It's still only 10:30 right now. I booked them a little bit later so I could sleep in because I went to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party last night. While I'm on my way to Galaxy's Edge, I'm going to just go ahead and kind of describe the new system to you. Lightning Lane Single Pass and Lightning Lane Multipass are Disney's new paid to skip the line services, and they are new to the parks right now. They replaced Genie Plus and individual Lightning Lane. Lightning Lane Multipass is essentially a combination of Genie Plus and the old Fast Pass system. So 7 days before your vacation starts, you can book for your entire vacation if you're staying at a resort, or 3 days before your vacation starts, you can book for your entire vacation if you're not staying at a resort. When you book, you will get to choose 3 selections. That is 3 selections for each day of your trip that you have a park ticket. Now, like with the old Fast Pass system, with Hollywood Studios, Epcot, and Magic Kingdom, it is a tiered system. You can get one tiered 1 attraction, which is usually one of the more popular attractions in the park, and 2 tiered 2 attractions. Lightning Lane Single Pass replace individual Lightning Lanes, and it's where you pay to ride 1 ride. You do not have to have multi-pass to use single pass, and you do not have to have single pass to use multi-pass. In Hollywood Studios, it is Rise of the Resistance. Now, like I said, I chose to sleep in today because I went to Mickey's Not So Scary last night. I already have my 3 rides booked. I did not have to get up at 7 a.m. since they were already booked, so it was really nice. Now, the 3 rides I have booked are Tower of Terror. It's like an 11:20-ish time. I'll post it up here because I can't remember exactly. I have Slinky Dog Dash, I think at 3. And at 12:45 to 1:45, I have Toy Story Mania, which I am going to try to modify to closer to my Slinky Dog time so I'm not walking around quite as much. Now, I have noticed, there's Goof and Max. I have noticed that in Hollywood Studios, the Lightning Lane that seems to be the hardest to get, well, Slinky Dog Dash. If you want to ride it, it should be your tier 1 choice. It goes very quickly. And for your tier 2 choice, Tower of Terror is going very quickly because it is in that tier 2, but it is a very popular ride. So I would definitely secure that one as soon as you can. And Toy Story Mania has also been going fairly quickly. Another pro of this system is you can pick your times. When you're making your reservations, you can modify those times as you want, and you can even modify your times on your Lightning Lane single passes, or even change them to a different ride if there is availability. Now keep in mind, modifying the times is also subject to availability. Alright, it's time for me to try my first ever Ronto Roaster now. Breakfast Ronto wrap. Egg, cheese, sausage, pita. I got the peppercorn sauce on the side. Really, really good. Now let's see if I like peppercorn sauce. The sauce is good. I think I like it more without the sauce. I'm not really much of a condiment person usually, but I do like peppercorn sauce sometimes on my steak. The Ronto Roaster was amazing. Really liked it. But now it's time to head to my very favorite ride in Hollywood Studios, the Tower of Terror. Like I said earlier, the Tower of Terror should be your top tier 2 priority pick. But have no fear, even if it shows that it's sold out, if you continue to refresh throughout the day, some new ones might materialize. This happened for me when I was doing my 4-day park challenge and I was still able to get a Lightning Lane for it. Side note, today is going to be filled with Hollywood Studios fun all day because tonight I'm going to after hours at Hollywood Studios. The funny thing was, as soon as I told my best friend that I was doing after hours at Hollywood Studios, she said that video will be how many times can Tiffany ride the Tower of Terror in one video. Now that isn't what I'm going to do, although it would be awesome, but Definitely am gonna hit up the Tower Terror again tonight. I love riding it at night. Also, I hope Disney never rethemes Tower Terror to Mission Breakout, because that would break my heart. Have you ridden Mission Breakout? If you have, comment below and let me know which version you like best. I just love the old Hollywood vibe, the nostalgia. Everything about the Tower Terror is perfect fit for me in this park. The Tower Terror is a thrill ride where you're literally getting pulled down an elevator shaft, and it is so much fun. There are different ride sequences, so it's switched up, and it's just so much fun. The current posted standby wait time is 45 minutes. Thank you. I know that Tower Terror has 2 touch points, so I'm going to wait until I scan into that second touch point to book my next Lightning Lane multi-pass. I'm hoping to get a rock and roller coaster for around now, so that I can just go ahead and knock out this side of the park. But we'll see what availability shows. So good. Now I'm just gonna look around on the app, see what I want to do next. The Rock and Roller Coaster Lightning Lane was a little bit further out, like 2 something, so can't do that right now. Okay, instead of modifying Toy Story Mania for later, I'm just gonna go ahead and ride it. I wanted it later so I didn't have to walk to Toy Story Land and walk back. But Hollywood Studios is a pretty small park, so I'm okay doing that if I need to keep the Lightning Lanes better. And also, once I tap into this one, I can book my next Lightning Lane. If you have a Toy Story fan, Roundup Radio is a really fun place for you to grab food. Slinky Dog Dash, we'll be riding that later. And Toy Story Mania. Had fun. I didn't film while I was riding it because I actually was trying to get a good score, so here's my score. But this is just classic, you're shooting at a target attraction, and it is a lot of fun. I did end up booking a Lightning Lane for Runaway Railroad after I tapped in, and now I'm going to head over because I have a little time before Rock and Roller Coaster, and I'm going to go watch Muppet Vision 3D, get some shade, maybe get some Pog Gelato, cool off a bit. Uh-oh, look what we got here. I do really enjoy roaming characters, and I hope they keep continuing to add more and more because it's kind of fun. You don't have to wait in line for them. They just kind of pop out and surprise you. Like Kevin, Divine, and Animal Kingdom. Mando's another really fun one here in Hollywood Studios. At D23, Disney announced that they're building a Monsters, Inc. land here in Hollywood Studios. And one of the rumors is that it's going to take over this area, so Muppet Vision 3D will go away. I personally think the concept art looked a little bit more like the Star Wars launch bay area. So that's kind of what I was thinking would go, and then they'd move some of that stuff over more close to Galaxy's Edge. But I am not sure, they haven't really said yet. So I want to go ahead and watch the show again just in case it could be one of my last times. But first, I want some Pog Gelato because I'm really hungry and thirsty. Not really so much hungry, just hot and thirsty. And the Pog Gelato is wonderful. So good. Fruity. Almost has a peach taste to it. It's just remind me I haven't had Pog Juice yet this trip. Muppet Vision 3D was so good. I didn't record very much of it, but here's what I did record.
Now, let me show you around our research center. Careful! Experience. I don't see a bunny. Nothing up there but a bunny.
Now I'm about to head towards the Walt Disney Presents and the Little Mermaid Star Wars Launch Bay Zone on that way back towards where the Rock and Roller Coaster is. because my lightning lane for it has officially started, I think. I was just sitting on my phone planning my day and Max and Goofy walked by and I looked up and they were waving at me. It was so awesome. I love the rock and roller coaster, but you can't film on it. So what I'm gonna do is I'll film a little bit of the pre-show, the launch, walking up to the show, tell you about it, but I can't actually film on the ride. The rock and roller coaster starring Aerosmith is a really fun roller coaster at Disney World. Now this one is not for the faint of heart. It has a fast launch at the beginning of the roller coaster that's so much fun. It has 3 inversions. It is actually the only roller coaster at Walt Disney World to go upside down. You're doing all of this while riding a stretch limo vehicle that Aerosmith, Steven Tyler's, gotten for you so that you can rush and make it to the concert. You hear great music by Aerosmith. After this ride, I'm gonna need a water break. It's so hot outside. G-Force Records presents Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith. We just have to walk this way to get to it. You can get your face painted here too. This ride also has a single rider entrance, but it sometimes isn't that effective. Single rider lane looks pretty good today. I might give it a try. It looks almost as short as the lightning lane.
Get a show now.
I'd like to introduce our lovely manager.
Yeah, hey, wait a minute. We can't leave these people here like this. How about some backstage passes?
Oh, in fact, make it a superstar.
Let's go try out that single rider lane. I mean, I'm doing this for you guys so that you know how fast it is or slow. Let's see. Well, of course, I'm going to say it was great again. The single rider lane did take longer than the lightning lane, but it was probably shorter than, I would say, the standby based on the times. Sorry, I got distracted. Journey started playing. My mom would go crazy right now. She is a huge Steve Perry fan. Well, of course, I'm going to say it was great again. The single rider lane did take longer than the lightning lane, but it was probably shorter than, I would say, the standby based on the times. Sorry, I got distracted. Journey started playing. My mom would go crazy right now. She is a huge Steve Perry fan. Now it's time to head over to Slinky Dog Dash. I think I already mentioned it earlier in the video, but Slinky Dog is one of those tier 1 selections for Lightning Lane Multipass, and you really want to book that one first. It goes fast. I mean, probably one of the fastest going rides in all of Walt Disney World with Tiana's Bayou Adventure. The other tier 1 attractions are Runaway Railroad, which is right here in front of me. Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, and Aerosmith, the one I just got off of. Also, while I was in line for Aerosmith, the first time I did make a lightning lane for Alien Swirling Saucers. Now this is one I would not prioritize. You can probably find it with a pretty low wait, but I enjoy it and I want to use my passes. So, in summary, I have almost made every single ride lightning lane in this park. I have not done Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, and I'm not going to make a lightning lane for it because I'm one person. It has a phenomenal single rider lane, and I don't want to take a lightning lane from somebody when I don't need it. But honestly, I'm probably going to skip riding that one today. That is a very fun attraction, motion simulator. You actually fly the Millennium Falcon. You're either the pilot, a gunner, or the engineer. If you go through the single rider lane, you will most likely be the engineer. But it is fun, and it's really fun to do in a group because you work together and there's actually an outcome, so like you can do good or bad. So that is fun to ride. The other 2 rides in this park are Rise of the Resistance, which is that lightning lane single pass ride. It's the paid skip to ride. As I mentioned earlier, I'm going to After Hours tonight. I will probably ride it tonight because I want to see how long the wait is during After Hours, and I don't really feel the need to ride it twice in one day. So I'm not going to purchase that one today. And the other one is Star Tours The Adventures Continue. Now this is a motion simulator attraction. I kind of want to ride it because I want to see if I can get the scene with Grogu. But historically it makes me feel pretty nauseous, and I just with the heat and everything, I don't think I want to brave it today. Now you can also purchase lightning lanes for some of the shows, and then you have like guaranteed seating. Usually you don't really need this unless you're in the park when it's super busy, but that is an option as well. I do it sometimes if I have one that's readily available and I'm getting ready to go to the show, just so that I can use it, but for the most part I would prioritize a ride over a show anytime. Keep in mind, Slinky Dog Dash will close for inclement weather, and those skies look a little gray, but I think I'm good for right now. Slinky Dog was fun, but I messed up. I should have rode Runaway Railroad first maybe, because my time frame ends for Runaway Railroad in just a few minutes, and then I have Alien Swirling Saucers. So I walked all the way over here to Toy Story Land when I should have stopped there first, but it's okay. Also, because I mislooked at things, I didn't realize my lightning lane for Runaway Railroad ends at 4:10. It is now 4:08. So I am probably going to be a couple of minutes late. Usually the cast members will have a little bit of a grace period, but it's kind of up to their discretion. Make sure you're not rude to the cast members. Like, they're trying to do everything they can to make the experience best for all the guests. So if they turn you away, then they turn you away. And also try not to take advantage of the window, but I honestly forgot about my lightning lane. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad is the first attraction featuring Mickey and Minnie at Walt Disney World. It replaced the Great Movie Ride. I'm going to head over to Alien Swirling Saucers. Had so much fun at Hollywood Studios today. I think the Lightning Lane Multipass was pretty easy to use there, and it helped a lot. Now, in order to have a full day at Hollywood Studios, you need to watch more of the shows because they have great shows. If you found this video helpful, go watch my video on Magic Kingdom where I use Lightning Lane Multipass, and make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Sorry, the Skyliner keeps interrupting me, but make sure that you subscribe to my channel and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Thank you so much for all of your support. It means so much to me.